when they need to. So now back to the testing itself. So level one, the CW1 to CW2, again, is what we call the board tests. And it's basically just going through and identifying industry materials. Level two is what we call our pipe test. That pipe test is a test of running conduit against the flat wall you see, and it's putting 90s up, and it's also a 3-bend saddle, and it also requires you to kind of concentric bend a little bit and be able to do it all following the instructions on the sheet. Level 3, CW3 to CW4, is branch circuit wiring testing. Now that one is set up that you do run some pipe between boxes, and then you pull wire and you device. And so again, it's more based off of branch wiring. It does have a little bit of pipe work in there. Level 4 is transformer testing. So that's basically running out of one panel down to a transformer, wiring the transformer and running out of that transformer back up to feed another panel. And again, you might have done a transformer where you had somebody right next to you or looking over your shoulder, and it seemed to go really well. But when you get into this test, you understand that it's everything involved. It's bonding, it's grounding, it's wires, making sure you have the correct wire size. It's making sure you land on the correct breaker. It's all those different things. So you need to just make sure that you're doing that type of work. And if you're not, then you've got to make sure that you start getting yourself in the classes that we offer. All of those classes, as Kyle said, they're set up to help. They don't teach the test, but they absolutely teach the concepts that are needed to be able to come in and pass that test. So if you take those courses and you did well in the course itself, you should do well in our testing in that testing booth. The next test, level 5, motor control test. So the motor control test, that basically you come in and there's parts of a panel that are pre-wired. Some of it, it's a matter of that wire's no longer used, and you've got to turn around and you've got to wire a new panel to run a motor. And it's the ability to be able to wire a start-stop and a motor control station and the motor itself. You'll see up on the screen there, you'll see stuff written in blue. And what that is, starting all the way back on level 1, is our prerequisites. So CPR, first aid, and AED training. That is needed at the level 1, the base level. You need to have CPR and first aid training. And you'll see that repeated throughout because you have to keep that level of safety training up. So you have to recert and get recertified in that. Then the next one that changes is that level 3, where we add NFPA 70E. And again, that NFPA 70E, it's a safety training. So you take it once, but that certification can lapse. And sometimes the code changes a little bit. You need to get back in and you need to recertify and keep that up also. So please understand that as you come in and you start to try to sign up for the test, we are checking on that. And if you've realistically, being blunt, if you've blown off all the classes and you really haven't done much but a seminar, that's not going to help you. And then you got to wait for one of those classes to run before you can take your test. And that's just going to extend your wait. So please make sure that you keep those certifications up also. The final one, level 6. The level 6 is it's the final CE2 to a JW. So that's no testing that we do here at the JATC. That is done at the Union Hall. You need to contact the Union Hall and make sure that you're talking to them. They have an examination procedure and an examination board that then takes you that final step to JW. So make sure that you have that ability to be able to go and talk to them and make sure that you're ready when you hit your 2,000 hours once you pass your level 5 test. Because it's really important that really, once you pass that level 5, that's when I'd be contacting the hall and saying, okay, what are my expectations, right? Here's where I am, here's who I am, here's what, everything I've done. Now, what are my expectations, when I hit my 2,000 hours? Because there might be some things in there that you didn't see, or you need in hours or total hours or something to that effect. So I think that you just need to understand, that don't wait until you hit that 2,000 hours and you think you're gonna walk into the IBW hall and it's just a matter of them shaking your hand and patting you on the back and sending it back out. It's not that, and you're gonna wanna make sure that you know what you need to do. So those are the tests. That is what's there. And at this point, I believe, Kyle,